All right. Hello, everybody. So welcome to our first of the many streams of the games. We're gonna play this for the coming next week until next Sunday at the Overkill Festival. I'm Aike. I'm the one of the many organizers of this festival, and I'm just gonna play the first game, which is called Spinch. I have it here on my screen. You don't see it yet. And Spinch is I already played it a little bit, so I'm like approximately halfway through. But it's quite hard, and it gets a lot harder. So, but yeah, I think we're just gonna start playing, and I'm gonna explain a little bit what is happening, and then what kind of crazy world an adventure we're gonna start. It's the first time I do this, so it's maybe gonna be a little bit wonky, but I'm just gonna go with it and just wing it and just see. If you have questions, there's a chat and Twitch. Or on YouTube, there's people active. So, and I'm also gonna have I'm gonna have a little quiz because we're gonna give away some of the keys to this game. So if you answer my questions right, then we will somehow make sure that you can get a key to this wonderful game. One of the questions is really hard. It's what is my middle name? So people, you can already start Googling. So, but it can be anything. If you find, okay, I need a way cooler middle name than my actual middle name, and I think it is cooler, I may consider it, otherwise not. But, well, it's not about my middle name, it's about the game. So, let's just go ahead and try. Right, okay, I'm gonna start playing then. Just gonna go here and just gonna start an entirely new game. This one. So this is my world, you can see, it's wonderful. So this is my cousin Spinch. And he's some weird egg man, it looks like this. And a psychedelic storm is brewing. So we're gonna do this for a little bit. And yeah, it's just we're just gonna look around, gonna see, gonna go about how are the mechanics of the game. I can dash. These are my checkpoints, which are actually super important because the game, like I said, gets super hard over time. Yeah, I really love this game. Look. The animations and everything are super awesome. This is my babies. Yeah, you don't know this, but these babies in a moment will. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Well, yes. These weird color monsters are stealing them. So I guess it's my aim to just get them back. So like the game mechanics are a little bit like exactly. So this is my world. This is the first of many. And yeah, I'm gonna try to yeah. Well, everything that is color is sort of trying to kill you. Also these really funky little crazy blobs. Exactly. That was my baby. Since they are gone, I have to try to get them back. So these blocks, exactly. These blocks, we have to be careful to get them and collect them. By the time I have 100 of them, they're gonna make me invincible. So there's another baby. So we're gonna go and get it. So like yeah, what you see? If I get these blocks, I'm sort of become invincible, which is super awesome. Okay, damn it. The thing I just killed sort of reminded me of Super Mario Bros. 2, this weird wonky monster shooting these eggs at the end. I don't know if many people played it. Alright. Collect as many of these as we can. Bam. So, and that's the end of the level. Whoop-a. So, like I said, the game is gonna get real fast, really hard. So it's kind of like in the beginning, it's sort of like lets you get used to a little bit like the way. Like for instance, it looks 3D, but it sort of isn't. No, there's a baby. I want this baby. Yeah, how do we get here? Hello, Mother Terry. I have to get down here. So exactly, there's my cousin. We met him earlier. Hello, Eggman. You're also here. Come visit me in the bonus level and I will help you on your mission. Alright. Oh, wait, did he just say it's cousin? Terry? Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, weird Super Mario monster. Oops. Shouldn't have hearts. So as you can see, I practiced a little bit already. Oh. Oh, what's happening? So this game is also like in the exhibition made by the Rodina on our website, where like you can go to the virtual space, and from there you can go and visit the exhibition. And I cannot do this. And there it's also like, and you can also see it. There's the trailer running, and from there you can also go directly to the page of the artists who made this game and get the game. Yeah, exactly. This is the bonus level, and I have to catch the cousins, and this is super hard. Like this. Oh, no! Ay. Okay. Some of these are cousins, and some of these are just like stars. Ah! Okay, this is not... Okay, I think I've lost this. You have to catch like 75% of these, but I think I catch about 2. Why would he be so reckless with his kids? Okay. Ah, well, 60%. Nah. Right, so we're gonna go back to the... Okay, normally like here, like they give you something to help you on your quest to find the final bosses. Okay, this I had to do a gazillion times to actually get through. Oh, yeah, but so this game is like on our website. You can go to the Rodina, to the space made by the Rodina, or virtual exhibition, and there you can find it. You have to, you can fly around and look for it. Ah, fuck. Oh, I can't swear. Should I swear? Should I swear more? This. Oh. Okay, that was some weird glitch. Ay, okay. Yes, okay, checkpoint is super valuable here. Okay, like I said, super valuable. I don't know, is this thing online also in our hubs right now? Can people see this in the virtual hangout? Yeah? Haha, game over, yeah. Well, I have to practice. Ah, awesome. Alright. Thank you, Mother Terry. Right. Okay, Okay, I saved only one baby apparently in this level. There should have been 3. So I think I missed some. That's okay. Alright, also if you have questions, I have this super cool eye. So, and like a magic 8 ball, so I can maybe answer some unrelated questions to anything. For instance, is it cold here? It says unlikely, but it's okay, that's not accurate because it is actually quite cold here. Alright, okay, so I see directly a baby, which I will try to get. Alright, thank you. Thank you for the baby. Saves a lot of work on adoption papers. What? Okay. Okay. Exactly. I have to get to this weird bomb shelters before this guy poops out something. Like this. Bam. Okay. So I have to do super fast. All right. That was easy. So has anybody so far Googled my middle name? So for the so let's give away some of the let's try to give away some of the Steam keys. I'm still gonna make it sort of I'm gonna make it sort of a quiz, but okay, I'm gonna start really easy. Who are the artists who made these games? Because they're also gonna come in an interview after I've done playing. They're gonna come. I'm gonna talk with these guys who made this awesome thing. And so if anybody can find the artists who made this. Ah, no. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, this has to do. I think I have to get the first thing. I have to get to the first thing here. Yes. I shouldn't wait, I think. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to be a lot faster to beat this. Oh no! Okay, it's gonna get really boring. Okay. Like I said, I'm finished this, and I didn't finish this game yet. I wanted to before this festival because I thought, okay, this was my aim to do it, but I did not manage because sometimes we took over 2 hours for just one level, and we don't have the time. No, so close. Oh no. Okay, I have to be way faster than that. Do you have any do you guys have any favorite games? Did you take a look at the exhibition yet so far? Oh shit, I think I have to wait. I have to spin. Okay, I have to be way more concentrated on this. Yes, okay. Yes, baby. Oh. Hello, Marie. Ay. Okay, I'm not sure I can manage my best time. Okay, nice. Alright. So shall I go first take the bonus? Oh, you know my middle name? Is it Werner? This time I'm gonna make it. Ah. The world's worst babysitter. Ay. Okay, like I feel like once you choose the wrong direction in the first, like you're just gonna. Maybe 75% is doable. Ay. Maybe how much? Ay, not fuck. Aike Werner van den Overkill. That would be a great name. But no, that's not the best yet. Okay, Aike Werner is good. Van den Overkill is also not my last name, but yeah, whatever. That would also be a better name than my actual last name. Sunglasses. Franz is not my name. Although Aike Franz. Okay, that would be like sort of a punishment. Okay, I'm gonna go with Franz. Can we Maike? Also nice. All right. I think Franz kind of sucks too. Who's this guy? Blank one. Berlin has no internet. What? Okay, yeah, this is important. What I like here, like all these babies I just saved from this other world. I'm just gonna recklessly load them into this gun and shoot them at this monster. Can somebody confirm that Berlin has no internet? What does that mean? Like, okay, blank one, I think you can come up with something way better than Franz. Ah, no. So who wants to see me die here a gazillion times? Ah, okay. So these are all the babies I saved in the previous level, and now they're all just gonna go and get slaughtered. Do I see a health bar? I don't see a health bar, so I don't know. Oh no. Right, now we do it. Okay, these monsters are really... Ah my god, these monsters are really stressful. Ay. Nothing. Playing one. Nothing better than Franz. Yeah, I think I almost got him though. But I think we got about like 15 minutes left. I'm just gonna wait till he comes close to me. Okay. Ay. So this would have been way easier if I would have managed the bonus level, because then at least like I could just like throw this weird bomb and then it would just be over. Wait, really? Okay, if nobody can come up with a better middle name, it's gonna. I'm just gonna have to give a key to Blank 1 for Franz. Do we really want that? Do we really want to give anything to Blank 1? Wait a little bit till he comes my way again. Right, let's go. Right. Can somebody bring me something to drink? No, there's nobody left here. Alright, we're abandoned. Thank you. Cat Wabba Labba Dub Dub as a middle name? I'm not sure. Okay, exactly. These are. Now we're back in. Somehow we ended up in space with space brontosauruses, I think. Who are like you can see, they're kind of cute. But they also break down walls, but they also will hit me if I touch them. So I have to wake them up so they can then kill someone. So then, I don't know why they would keep mini brontosauruses as pets when they just like kill them all the time. It seems kind of an odd pet choice for space, but well, what do I know? Lisa! With the question mark, with the upside, how do you write an upside down question mark? That's cool. Alright. Nah, Lisa sucks. Come on. More creative than that. Whoa. Okay. Kai, put your keyboard upside down. Ah, this is how you write the upside down question marks. Is this how you write the upside down question marks? Prospect is good, so maybe. Ah, yeah, that was bad. Kai. Just gonna have to go with Franz, that's the worst. Okay, if nobody can come up with anything better, we go with we're gonna go with Franz. So I will try to put my keyboard upside down later on. I'm not sure that's the best way to write upside down, but okay, let's go. Ooh. I like Olga. Ah. I like your name, Catnip Disco. I don't know exactly what I have to do here. Okay. Panic! Okay. Wait, what's here? Exactly. So, hey, look, I can't destroy these brontosauruses. Nope. Thank you. Sick House TV, which I definitively don't know. Total stranger to me. I want this heart! Right. Okay, I like Franz better than Aike Aurelia Perversone, but... Oh! Just got the heart. Oh no! I'm gonna take this. Okay, mini Brontosaurus. Go get the weird pasta monsters. So I have to be, yeah, exactly. These weird things, like now this timing becomes quite important. Okay, that was okay. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Okay, there's a lot of them. I don't know what to do here. Alright, perfect. So I guess we just have to give the key to Guido for some reason. There's so many of them. How can I ever... Ah! Okay. Alright, let's go for the next level here. Alright. More space Brontosaurus, that would be awesome. Brachiosaurus, what's the difference? Okay, that was a good run. Coincidentally. One has a tail, one has a face. Can somebody check if that is factual? Is that a Brontosaurus or your face, blank one? Oh, I'm gonna just follow this. Yes. Yeah, I feel like this, like I collect a gazillion blocks forever, and then I always feel like it's kind of short. There's a yeah. Right, let's do this again. I'm not sure I'm gonna manage. Okay, I would like a heart at some point here. I would like also a brain. Alright! Oh yeah, exactly. For the people who have a kid, you can open it. Maybe it's a good moment for glitter. This is such a shiny game. Can I see myself somewhere? Is there a mirror? There's no mirror here. Alright, on to the next adventure. And I think we have only 5 more minutes to go, because then we have to do the changeover, because Jesse Jacobs and James Kirkpatrick are gonna come here on the chat, on the video thing, conference, talk. It's really hard to think and do this at the same time. The baby, alright. What is this weird? What is this? Is this a Bob Ross emoticon? Is that Bob Ross? Okay, this seems to be going well. Okay. Yeah, this was going well until I spoke. Ah! Okay. Yeah, this is exactly like the thing with the worm in the first or second level, and this is really hard. Oh no. Okay, don't panic. Best Bob. Best Bob. Alright. Okay, so I think we're gonna do just one more level of this, and I think then we're just gonna go to the... Then I think we're gonna do the changeover for the artists to arrive. I don't remember this level. Oh, this was this, I remember this. Oh yeah. There's a baby down there. How do I get there? Ah, it's from the other side. Oh. Okay, would have been... Can I just take... this one is still easy, right? Exactly, here was the baby. So, haha! That's maybe something for later. Okay. Can I just go? Ah, yeah. I'm just gonna wait till he comes back and follow him. Oh my god, there was no... to dash this more. Ha. So that is for once the right time. Come on, faster, faster, I want to... Exactly. But that was really fortunate. That was really unfortunate. Come on, little Spinch, make it. Oh. Okay. But didn't I just... Oh no. Okay. So I think we're running out of time. No. Yeah? Okay, I think I'm not being able to finish this. So because we have to do the changeover. So yeah, this was the first time we tried this, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I think does someone have amazing advice for Aike? Some Spinch experts in the room. I don't know. All right. So okay, well, thank you for joining, and then we will try to do this later on a later time again. And then next up is Jesse Jacobs, the illustrator of this amazing, beautiful game, and James Kirkpatrick, who made this awesome soundtrack. And we're gonna talk a little bit about their cool game here. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. we there? All right, sorry. Hi, hello. So for the people who are just tuning in, like I've been here, I'm here now today with Jesse Jacobs and James Kirkpatrick. Jesse is the illustrator and of the game The Spinch I've been playing earlier, and James is the composer of the soundtrack of The Spinch. And yeah, well, welcome. Hi guys.
Hey man, how's it going?
Well, it's good. It's good. Like I said, first time. This is the first time I do an interview like this, so it takes a little bit getting used to. So I have
Oh
a
yeah,
list
for
of
sure.
questions I have written down. So this is a little bit for me, but actually, what I would like to do is keep it a little bit organic and just talk a little bit like how about your game and a lot about your collaboration because yeah, I was interested and I think yeah, where does the idea of the game come from? Your passion for this game and how the collaboration of you guys have been working out.
Oh well, it was a pretty organic process, really. I had some friends that were programmers that started a game company. They needed an artist, so we just began collaborating, the three of us, and then we ended up getting funding from the Canadian Media Fund. So we were able to focus more because at the beginning it was just sort of like an experiment, and then we ended up working on it for 3 years almost. And James came on probably about uh, not a little before halfway through. We needed some sounds, and I've known his music and his work for years before, so he was like my first choice for it, and he came on board.
Yeah.
But it was like it started out as like a small thing, and then it just kept growing and growing. Games take a long time to do.
Yeah. I can imagine. So when you came on, I was wondering, like, was the story of the game already written, or did you add impact on that?
No, I mean, I like with me with video games. I usually skip. I'm just coming from like my own. The way I play games is a lot of times when there's like text on the screen, I just skip through it and like I want to play. So the game has a very loose story. So it began. It was initiated just from a visual style,
Yeah.
and then the kind of like narrative just sort of formed around that.
All right. So and yeah, James, like for the soundtrack, I looked up a little bit what else you've been doing. And this was this out of your comfort zone, or was this like a new experience to work in this way? I see that you do a little bit like with a circuit bending and everything, but was this like a new experience like that?
Uh, Working in the realm of video games was
Yeah.
new for me. As far as creating that type of music, Jesse had well, so Jesse and I are friends. We hang out in real life, and we hang out in the same circle of artists and musicians. And in the town we live in right now, there's a long scene of noise music
Okay.
and experimental music. So I've been making rap music since the '90s. Like I've been rapping as an MC and making beats off and on, and then getting a lot more into beats in the last like 10, so well, say 15 years really. So from hip hop sampling, style music to compositions on circuit bent stuff, and then eventually making like full songs on the Game Boy, like modified Game Boys,
Yeah. Awesome.
with like a blank cartridge but with LSDJ flashed in there and composing right in the machine,
Yeah.
to making my own instruments. Jesse would be coming to shows a lot. We just would hang out, and
Yeah.
I'd even play art shows that we were both involved with, just different things like that, in the indie comic scene, um, and just being like, friends who go to the beach and get high and hang out, uh, and stuff like that. So, I've been playing these chiptune songs for live shows that Jesse would see, and combining that with rap and whatnot.
All right.
Um, so it was pretty natural, but like, most of my stuff's comes from a very like lo-fi kind of uh, sound or whatever. So it was cool to be able to mix stuff a little bit, like pay a lot more attention to the mix,
Yeah.
and think about how because I created the action sounds also
Yeah.
and stuff. So, I would even do a lot of experimentation, like how I would mix the action sounds to make sure they don't interfere so much with the beat, and learning what was necessary and what wasn't necessary within that realm.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. Like, fun with the struggle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was cool. And then also just learning how to, and making sure all the loops worked and communicating back and forth with the video game company. And then when we joined with the other company after, that is sort of what Bridge does with Nintendo, like even dealing with their expectations with that. So it was a good lesson. Most of the style of music is definitely one of the styles of music I make.
Yeah.
So that wasn't too different. Even some of the songs were songs I had under progress that I would sometimes play live, to test out. So Jesse had heard them through that, and I just made adaptations of that for the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think James and I, like, we go way back, and we were always, he's a painter as well, but we were always kind of looking for something to collaborate together on, and but nothing really seemed to work until when this came along. We almost used it as just an excuse to hang out and kind of like fuse our styles.
All right. I was wondering, like, if you make like the soundtrack for a game, you have to work quite close with the programmers, because the game itself is like it's a rhythm. You have to like really like find the right rhythm within the game to actually beat the game, which I still haven't managed yet. So I wanted to ask you if you guys also managed to beat the game, but whatever, this later. But so I was wondering, like, is that difficult to get in sync? The programmation of the game and the music, is that?
For me, and I feel like with James, it's probably similar, because we did talk about this, but as long as, like, once we establish the language that we could like communicate to the programmers with, and we like establish what the parameters are, like what we can do, like for I could speak only to the visual style, but I was just sort of like, what can we do? What can we get away with? And then I love working within restrictions. Like I don't mind doing that. It's kind of like why I like doing comics and things too. It's like you have your list of rules and you can create within that. So once I knew what they were capable of doing, it was just sort of like very independent work. But I just needed to know, when I went too crazy and like something that was impossible to do in a game format. Took a little while to figure that out.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, as far as like putting things together, like I would, Jesse actually at the beginning of this game was living in another town for a while, and so I would go to that town and I'd bring my laptop with stuff that I'd started to work on and like that I'd recorded off of the Game Boy and different things, and I'd be like, here's 4 things. I'd just go through and like, what do you think of this sound? He'd be like, you know what, that would be great for the forest world, and that would be great for this. And there was definitely some flip flop, like we had to change things as we went. And then or we'd have like an established beat, but then we'd have something special like that floating character who would throw out the Jesse, you know that one where he would throw out the bomb.
Oh yeah,
you'll
that
experience
took some
that
work.
Yeah, so it was like a bit of a departure from the main theme of that level, or that world rather. So I had like a bank of stuff that I was continually working on, so I was able to present like 3 or 4 different options. And the cool thing was, and this is different than some of my friends who have made soundtracks for video games.
Yeah.
They tend to get like the game after, and they're like, make some songs for this, make some songs, or like pretty much close to being done.
Yeah.
Whereas what was cool was, because me and Jesse are living close together, and we're friends and we hang out, is that I got to see the progress of almost every. I felt like I got to see every little corner of the game as it was being developed. So like, here's a level, here's this other level, and we're gonna make another one, and wow, this is coming along well, so we're gonna do this now, and oh, that jump sound, we would like it if it alternated, So
Yeah.
and I was getting to play it over at his house, so I got to play all these little bits of it. So that was super dope. Like having that, and it was a good experience and like a fun time.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you did finish the game.
Okay, so here's Jesse. Okay? I'll tell you my truth first.
Yeah, I can finish it. But I mean, I made it.
You made it.
He made the game. He physically built the game.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
I've played every level, but I haven't beat the game, because here's the thing: I didn't get to play the game in full completion until it was out on the Switch, and I didn't even have a Switch, right? And so it happened to be my birthday, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna get myself a Switch for the birthday. But the problem was, I also bought this damn Legend of Zelda game.
Ah,
And
yes.
so I started playing Switch, and I was like, oh, I love this. And I started playing Spinch, and I was having a great time. And then I got consumed by this damn Legend of Zelda game too. I'm
You
gonna be
can't
totally
compete with
transparent.
Zelda,
I
man.
can't, like, it's a whole universe, and the amount of time I have to play games is like kind of limited, right? Because I got this music and art career and stuff too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but I've come close to it, but I need to catch up and just like finesse the
There's
last
some,
couple
and
levels.
there's like some difficulty issues, especially on the last end. And I think the next patch that's coming out really soon has a couple extra checkpoints that were missed. Like
Ah,
that was one thing about building the game that was like really new for me because I'm used to doing comic books and fine art. You know, maybe loosely working with art directors who give like some guidance, but there was just like so much stuff out of our control, you
yeah.
know, like once you put it out there and you're like working with other people and it's just like working in that collaborative process. There was just a lot of things that we had to like, okay, you guys handle that part. I can't be a control freak with everything on every aspect of the game. And you know, as much as I was still sort of a fascist with it throughout the process. But you know, you got to let go of some of these things.
Yeah. Was it a lot of like because you had to do animation? Was it a lot of repetitive work?
Oh yeah, yeah. The same animation is so painstaking, especially this kind with the pixel art, and like where everything was in a grid. You know, it's either a 45-degree angle or like horizontal or vertical. I would start like I would just be watching a movie to relax or something, and I
Yeah.
would like line up shapes on the screen like to the grid that like it was just like overlaid in my eyes in real life at some point. You know, like where it was kind of messing with my head. I was doing it so much on a screen where I'd like look at the real world and be like, that angle is off, you know, and I like
Yeah,
tilt
yeah.
my head so a table. It sounds crazy, but that's like, you know, when you do the same thing over and over for a year, it fucks with your perception.
Okay, yeah, I can totally imagine. I had the same for playing for Need for Speed Underground too. It's a different kind of thing, I can
Nah.
imagine. But when I was closing my eyes in the in the morning, more often, like I saw these streets racing by, so I was like,
Yeah, it doesn't feel healthy. It's just like using Photoshop too much, and then you'll like, I'll be drawing real life, and my brain will just say like Control Alt Delete, you know, like no, you can't do that. This is like real ink, or I'll like zoom in just for a second, and then you catch yourself, oh yeah, I'm in the digital world right now.
so this means you drew alone. You had no. This is a. You did
Hmm?
like you had no assistance because I can imagine.
No, for a minute we had some assistant, but it didn't really work out. You know, it was a small team, so it was just me doing all the art and
Oof.
James doing all the music, and then we had one programmer for primarily most of it, doing all of that stuff, doing all the programming, and then like
Is that Wilson, Jesse?
Wilson, yeah, Chris Wilson made most of it, but then Steve Cassidy did a lot of it too. Yeah.
All right. And like in terms of yeah, problems I can imagine like and you get frustrated, but like in making a since I don't know how to make a game, like what would you like consider the things that were like the hardest to accomplish?
Um, I think it just took a lot of endurance. Like I think that the main thing was just the amount of time it took to complete it. That without, you know, like it gets old. You're doing the same things over and
Yeah.
over,
Okay.
but you
Yeah.
know you can see it, and then like again, like so much out of my control, where like I get something back, and like that's not exactly how I wanted it to be. You know, there was a lot of things, but I think just the distance from initiating the game to actually finishing it, and how long and all encompassing it took was the hardest thing, and working with other people too was
Yeah.
tough. Yeah. What about you, James?
Um, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was such an ongoing process that we had to go back and tweak this and tweak that, and that's all totally understandable and reasonable. And then we even just the promotion for it after, which was exciting to do and a good experience. And I'm actually really happy to. Well, okay, one thing I'll tell you is that when Jesse and I get involved with stuff, we're not going to do anything halfway,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and we're going to make sure it's as perfect as we can get it within our ability.
Yeah.
And that's just how we are as fans of other music and art and games and stuff too. We want to, we want to make it as good as the stuff we enjoy.
Yeah.
So, we had to do a bunch of trailers for it and a lot of media that it didn't even get out there to the regular world. It would be for different people here and there. And then also us starting like a web show too, based on that, like a weekly web show on Twitch, that's turned into a whole other thing. So all that was like very fun. And I'm really happy to have done it all, but it was a lot of work and a lot of demands at one time.
Yeah.
Whereas and then having regular life and COVID stuff and, and I was away in Australia and California and Australia just before COVID hit. And I was kind of trying to do some of the game stuff, but then when I came back, it was a huge rush, because everything was supposed to be done before then. But then inevitably, it's totally natural. But oh wow, we didn't get this and this and this, and you have to actually make another song and do this. And I'm so happy to have done it all. But at the time, it was like, oh shit, like we got to do this, and time's ticking, and we got a team waiting on us, and all this stuff like that.
That's one thing when there's people waiting on you. It just ramps up the pressure. And another thing that's interesting is like working with people in the game world, because neither of us come from the game world, and we're making like the creative aspects of the game.
Yeah.
So how much of it, like when I send off art to like a programmer and they look at it and they're not used to seeing art done in that way, or music that's out of like their frame of reference, so they think they don't really like it. And so I'm like, so how much of that is just their taste, and how much of it is it objectively not a successful component of the game, So it's balancing that too. It's like we have different tastes from the programmers we worked with, like completely. They don't like the music I like or the art that I like, if they even like art, it's just like they're coming at it from a different way. So it's like balancing that. Like, does this suck, or is it just like we have different tastes?
Okay.
Yeah, and then a fan of Jesse's work sees it and goes, "Wow, that's my favorite bit," and we're like, "We had to fight to keep that in." Like that kind of stuff happens all the time through the process, and it's completely understandable. Like there was even issues with, just to be transparent, kind of it's a funny thing now when we look back on it, but like there was even issues like all these guys that they have to get to test it before it goes out, and there's guys like, I had basically almost had like a seizure because of the sounds and there's a certain frequency it hits me, and it's never happened before, and this is the worst thing. But and then like he goes on and on. It's never happened. It never happened except for in this game and this other instance. And we're like, yo, okay, homie, like let's see what's up. And it turns out to kind of be, like sure, it's maybe a bothersome sound if you're listening to it for like 10 hours or whatever, for as long as this cat was, but so I mean, and it's all, and we want to respect that. We don't want to hurt anybody. We don't want to be sending evil binaural beats to somebody's brain and make them a jellyfish or something. But
I understand, but I mean, I must say, like I've been stuck at parts of this game that I like, sort of like a kind of hated also. Like
yeah. I like to always say, any part that you like, that's the part that James and I made, and any part that you hate, somebody else made that part.
Yes,
I'll keep this in mind when I get killed for the gazillionth time by some spaghetti monster.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
It's
nice.
Definitely got that old school. Like I remember when I used to turn on Nintendos, like when I still play them, but now I kind of have the old games sort of mastered, and it took me a long time to kind of master them, So it's got that in there.
This is why, like, one of the reasons that I picked this game. Also, I don't know if you've seen the exhibition, like if you have been on our website.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the one, like I'm a big fan of these 2D platformers, and I have the same, like I had like the old NES and the old it was really like there was one game and you had to master it, and I feel a little bit about this game. It's like I have the same, like it doesn't get boring for me. I just have to beat it. I wanted to beat it till today. It didn't happen, but I see many reference from game world. Like for instance, like what you mentioned, like this floating thing throwing like this sort of nuclear bombs. So this like really reminds me of Super Mario Land. What is it? Yeah, the
Lakuti or whatever it's called. Yeah.
So like our festival often showcases this kind of things, and the whole the colors and the color scheme and everything like fits with we have a whole section in the exhibition about rainbows, and so this is kind of this is why we selected it for this. So
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I started working on this game at the same time I was drawing one of my comic books called Crawl Space. It has the same aesthetic, like the rainbow psychedelic look to it. And I finished the comic and years ago, and it came out, and then the game's just coming out now or a few months ago. But I'm like so tired of the rainbow style now. I've just been drawing it so much. Like I didn't know how long the game was going to take to do, and yeah, I'm just working on things with just one or two colors right now. I'm like giving my eyes a break.
yeah, I actually I got it actually. What is it? Where's the camera? Is it there?
Oh, that's Safari Honeymoon. Yeah. That's
exactly.
That's the one before.
Took
cool.
like weeks to arrive here though, but I got it.
Oh.
Yeah, all that stuff's out of print now.
Really?
Yeah. My publisher in Canada has like retired, so she's not doing it anymore. So I don't know. I've had a couple offers to put those books out to someone else to publish them, but I got to kind of figure that out because I want especially that book. That's one of my favorite comics I've drawn, and like I feel like I should get them out there again.
I love it. I love the section when they have to run around naked out of the tent. This like I had to laugh a lot. I can totally this guy. Okay, well, okay, yeah. And so you said like you get this offer a lot. Did you get any offers after to make new games, and would you do it?
I'm doing a small little game now. Just a fun thing for like a record company, a record label. So it's almost like instead of a music video, it's a little like video game that people are going to be able to play for free online.
Okay.
But, it was nice to kind of just do something smaller. Me and a programmer are working on this project for, part-time for about 2 months or something, and we'll be done it. So right now I'm just hesitant to jump onto any like long-term project.
Yeah.
But in the future I would for sure. It's fun.
Okay, cool. And in terms of soundtracks, have you been asked to make new soundtracks for other games? Did this have an impact?
I hopped into another project right as Spinch was just about to come out, and it's augmented reality work.
Okay.
Ooh, wow. For more of an art piece with a local company here.
Okay.
So that actually kind of consumed a bit of my time, and it's still ongoing, but it's basically done. It's not like a huge project, but it's something that'll lead towards some other work.
Okay.
There's some other larger projects that I have in mind that it's just the universe making it come together, because it's something I actually received a small grant to work towards. Like I make these sound sculptures and sound pieces for museums, and people can play them, and they're interactive, and you can lift the sculpture or turn a dial and this kind of thing. And it actually remixes some of the songs from Spinch, but this augmented reality thing is, through your phone, and it's kind of a little bit guerrilla in some of the spots around town. And this one even takes place in front of the local museum, and it makes you interact with some pieces around the area, and you can paint on them. And so I've done all the sounds and the visual art for that too, actually.
All right.
So that was something. Yeah, but I was working with a good team that was able to take my work and just put it in the place of the thing that they wanted, and then the actions they already knew what they wanted to have happen. So, but then that opened the conversation to me being like, look, I want to do this other augmented reality stuff that I've been planning on doing for a while. And then they were like, well, we want to be the team that does that. So hopefully that'll, pan out. I'm just waiting to see how successful this project is. They're a great team, a great group of people. So there's that. We also have like the full soundtrack for the game is available on like everything you want to ever, from Bandcamp to Spotify to a whole bunch of other things.
Can I get an LP? Is it possible on LP?
Well, there's an announcement coming soon that we can't say anything about, but we're gonna like drop an announcement very soon for some of that like cool stuff coming out.
Right.
It's a very exciting announcement to be able to say.
Okay.
And also,
I jumped in just in case James was gonna blurt it out there.
Good call, Jesse. Good call. There's an alternative project that's coming out that's similar to it. Also, this is not the one that we're not spoiling, so I can kind of put a little bit of I can kind of mention this one, right, Jess?
Yeah.
Is that we're getting like, so the hip hop crew that I'm around with, the family of that, and a lot of them are remixing the beats, like actually me giving them the sounds, and they're sampling them and turning them into different beats. like a lo-fi hip hop album with rappers that I'm associated with, all rapping on a few tracks. So that's going to be released in a little while.
Okay. Awesome.
Also, Jesse, do you mind if I talk about the Twitch thing real quick?
Oh yeah. Have at it for sure.
So what's been like taking up a lot of my time too is that so Jesse and I started a Twitch channel called Enter Astral Island.
Okay.
So twitch.tv/Enter Astral Island, and then so we did several episodes and tons of other fun things with that. And then so Jesse is doing some other projects right now, and I'm focusing on the Twitch for a while, bringing in the other people I work with musically, and it's kind of like a looser format, but so there's several shows on that one channel. Several of them coming out right now. There's 2 that exist. One's called Animal Street Cellar, and that's like a hip hop beat night every Friday. And of course, it's still up on Twitch, during the week or whatever, as long as, and then they go to YouTube after. And then there's plans to expand that. And then I have a show with this other Jesse Dangerously, and it's called Imaginary Wednesdays, and he's a rapper from out here.
All right.
We had a group called Imaginary Friends before when we both lived in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a throwback of that. We have a larger crew called Backburner, which is like several different rappers from across Canada.
Okay.
And so that's kind of an expansion of that. Jesse's a gamer, and he's part of the nerdcore scene too, which I'm loosely associated with too. So it's like kind of a focus on that. So we have that going on. And then I just have like my art career and music career that I play shows and I make stuff with.
Yeah.
And so that's all kind of changing. I mean, I physically make paintings, and I make these sculptures. So tons of different things going on, but no one's really contacted me and said, let's jump in and make another video game soundtrack just yet. Which I would entertain taking on, but it would have to be something I really like, and something that fits kind of one of the sound ways I work with sound,
I mean, like, it's a pretty prominent, this thing to your right. Does this make a lot of noise, this turning point thingy that you see?
Oh, this thing here. So, yeah, this thing does anything I want, actually. Right. Well, like, as far as creating sounds. But, yeah, this is actually a figure my friend made, Joey, Mean Joe Tunes. He does Animal Street Cellar. I just love this little... He gave it to me last night for my birthday, which was a long time ago, but he finally finished it. So, But, yeah, this thing... I put all the action sounds and stuff for the game Spinch, and I play them in here when I'm playing like these things, but I can put vocal samples in here. This is like directional. There's buttons on the side that I can change the commands, and like a pitch switch on the front. And then this thing's like magnet and space activated. So it's like when I push this, when I touch this or get it close to the area, it triggers the sounds.
Yeah.
So I don't have it set up right now, but I don't even. I can imagine the audio issues we would have had setting that up pre-show. But yeah. So I mean, like, if you look back at the early Enter Astral Island shows, it's a lot of Jesse drawing. Actually, his new comic that looks totally awesome. Yeah. I'm a fan of this guy as much as I am a friend. So and me playing beats. So you could check out some of that stuff and me just messing with synthesizers and different nonsense if you want to check out the old episodes. And then there's new ones coming out. So,
all right, sounds absolutely awesome.
Yeah. It's
great.
Fun.
Well, I've been through my questions, I think, and more, way more.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what level are you on?
Well,
of the game?
I think Chris, my colleague, he played a little further. I don't know exactly where I am. I think I'm in the snow level now. Level 5.
You're far. Sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
It says 50%. This is a...
Oh, yeah, but it's not... I think that it's kind of like Donkey Kong Country or something where it'll say like 50%, but that's because you didn't collect like all the babies.
All right.
Like all the collectibles and things and like sugar cubes. I believe that because that is farther than 50% technically.
They're sugar cubes. I didn't know. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. They don't have to be. We kind of they weren't sugar cubes first. It was just sort of like, hey, these kind of look like sugar cubes after. And that has that whole like, hyper because you're eating sugar, but then also like LSD and sugar cubes and things like that too. So it just kind of worked. And I liked how they juxtaposed against the roundness of the Spinch character too.
Well, this explains the rush then. If you have enough of them, you have like this rush and you can just dash through things.
Yeah, hyper.
So yeah, no, 50%. I hope to finish it soon, but like certain levels take me like 2 hours, so it's like I'm
sure. In the last level, like I said, there's a patch coming out soon that's going to put like a missing checkpoint at, because right now it's very difficult. People are still beating the game because we see streamers do it. But it's definitely a little more challenging than we anticipated for the last level, because there's like, you go upside down, it messes with the gravity, so you're running upside down.
Yeah.
And there was like a checkpoint. Like, that's the thing about games and bugs. You know, when the game launched, there were so many bugs that, like, I tested. We had so many people testing it, and we didn't find them. But then, like, as soon as it goes out there, everyone's like, the game's fucked. You know? It's like little things I never would have seen. But yeah, we've been fixing them. Aike, our publisher, has been like really good at like addressing everything. So.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, awesome. I think that was awesome. Thank you very much for coming.
Hey, thanks a lot for having us, Aike. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Congratulations about being able to switch over to the online fest.
Yeah,
for right now.
It's cool.
It's cool.
All right.
Very
Cool.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's been crazy, and it's Well, enjoy the rest of the festival, and then we will see you as weird floating avatars somewhere in the exhibition, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, peace, man. Good luck.
Peace.
Good.
Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace. Thank you.
Bye.